What is happening, UKPS famos? Who's ready for another episode? Right, this one is about what happens to a prison officer slash screw slash kanga slash whatever you want to call them on their first week in the job, in their first when they're new, fresh out of training, fresh as a daisy. Um, How they act? Are they scared? Are they nervous? Do they overcompensate? Because he's got to be nervous, isn't it? It's got to be nerve wracking. I mean, prisoners on one end, screws on the other end, don't they? Yeah, we all know that. We all know it's us and them. Ultimately, when you break it down, but putting yourself in a screw shoes, it's got to be nerve wracking the first week or whatever. It's got to be because you're only going to have experienced anything through TV, ain't you? You're only going to experience that side of it through TV. You're not going to know unless you've been there. And if you've been nicked and you've been there, then you're not going to be a screw. So you're not going to know. It's going to be like stepping into like anything. When you step into the unknown, it's scary, isn't it? It takes a little bit of bravery to step into the unknown. So credit where credit's due, I suppose. Credit where credit's due. How do you act? Do you just show that fear? Do you show the fear? Do you act nervous? Do you not show the fear? Do you overcompensate by being a bit of a being a bit hyperactive, being a bit overego, and having been to be told to calm down by the screws before you start a riot? In my experience, you get the screws that become decent screws, and by a decent screw, you just want a screw to not be rude and not lie, not be rude. That's not even that important. Not lie. Say what he's going to do, and open you up on time, feed you on time, give you social on time, and a shower every day. You know what I mean? You don't want a screw to be your best mate. You just want them to do what they're meant to do. Yeah. So you get the ones that turn out like that, and then you get the ones that maybe started off like that, but have just turned bare lazy over time. Like they will not do nothing for no one, but at least they're not lying about it. Or they do lie. They say they're going to do it, or they don't. Or you respect the ones that just tell you you're not going to do it. Nah, you think rude, but okay. At least I'm not going to waste 4 hours waiting for you. Or you get the ones that, do you know the ones you get that start off really meek and scared? And I'm not saying this is right or anything. I'm not condoning any sort of bad behaviour ever to anyone. But they turn that into sort of spitefulness and vindictiveness, and they'll hit the bell because you've walked out the shower with your towel around your waist or something, and you went, one of them ones. That's sort of the three main ones, really, isn't it? Really, the sweet ones, the ones that the ones that just don't lie. You don't want the over friendly ones. You got the over friendly ones as well. The ones that are just the ones that hang about with you instead of the other screws that so. Yeah, and so you got them. They're another breed. So you got the ones that are actually sweet in my eyes. Are sweet. You just want them not to lie. You got the ones that are proper over familiar, and you're thinking, what is this geezer want? You got the lazy ones that just will not do anything for anyone, including other screws. They won't do anything for anyone. And if the alarm comes, they're not running. Yeah, if the alarm gets buzzed, I should say, gets hit, they're not running. They're getting up last, scooching out and locking the door behind everyone. And you've got the ones that turn nasty. Yeah. What one do you reckon this geezer's going to turn into? If you don't last, who knows?
Some slack. Okay.
Today, former office worker John Aldridge is starting his first shift.
What name did they just say? Let's go back.
Yeah, mate. This is my first day live, mate, so give me some slack, Gooch.
Today, former office worker John Aldridge is starting his...
Dad? Oh yeah, shit. That joke only works if you actually know what my real name is, isn't it? I assure you, it's not Mr. UKPS or NBJJ. My second name's Aldridge, Carl Aldridge. Yeah, it does say it on the bio and all that on the page. But yeah, Carl Aldridge. And the main mistake that people have called me my whole life is Aldridge. Yeah, Aldridge with a D on the end. GE. This is what this geezer has. Or some people have mistaken it and just called me Alfred, mate. That's a whole nother level of stupidity in my eyes. Yeah, Aldridge or Aldridge. That's what they've always called me. I wonder if people call him Aldridge by mistake. Because my whole life, there's probably people watching this now going, Aldridge. It's Aldridge. He is Aldridge. Or, that's me old man.
In his first shift, he will have to control 65 inmates and one of the 3 spurs on Sea Wing.
I know you can do it, Dad. I know you can do it.
What are you doing up here, buddy? What are you doing up here?
This sprawling prison is home to over 1,100 prisoners, ranging from shoplifters to
I think my old man's got to lay off the bickies, mate. He's got a bit of a, you know what I mean? What's it? A minute on the lips, a lifetime on the hips.
murderers.
On the one turn, let's go. Let's move on. Spur 3, please.
26-year-old John has just completed a 10-week college training course.
I decided to become a prison officer. I was trawling through job adverts and I clicked on it and had a read of the job description and I thought, actually, that sounds really quite interesting.
That's my dad. That's my dad. We don't show violence on here, we don't need it.
Always moved from here. Looking forward to actually, I guess, taking the training wheels off. Basically like passing your test and taking the L plates off and putting the little green peas on.
It's 7:45 in the morning. Unlock at Bullingdon. John's first task is to check on the prisoners.
Step back a bit, mate, for us, mate.
It feels weird saying John when I know him as Dad.
I just want to come in and have a chat.
I want to chat.
I don't want to talk through a door, that's all.
I don't want to talk. Nothing to talk about. Not coming out for 10 minutes and you bang me back up.
I'm not going to let you out now to go back behind your door.
Because you're so new, you don't really know
You leave my old man alone.
what you're doing yet.
You giving me a bit of jip isn't going to help me learn, though, is it?
Do you want to fucking fall out of me?
No, I
Teach him.
don't.
Why are you standing there causing me shit?
I'm not trying to cause you shit. I just want...
What you're doing is aggravating the situation.
All right.
Because I'm not going to talk.
All right, I'll go away.
Don't aggravate, old man. Just get through the day safe and get home. To me.
They don't like it. Sit. Just leave behind their doors.
I thought I was going to be all right today. I don't feel
This is his. I don't even know what I'm doing.
all right now.
In need of serious advice on managing the prisoners, John seeks help from one of the most respected men on the wing, 35-year-old prisoner, top dog, Anthony Gooch.
Mills was really quite upset with me this morning.
Yeah, the thing is though, you can say something to someone and they can take it the wrong way. There's no fault of your own, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The thing is just finding that boundary in between
Yeah.
of doing your job and giving a bit of leeway with certain people.
Giving a bit of leeway to certain. Just tell him straight. Give me leeway. That's what he's saying. That's what he's telling him there. There's a fine line between doing your job and then giving someone a bit of leeway. What someone's that, mate? Hello. I give fair dues, mate. If you can get him and give you leeway. If you get me, old man, give anyone leeway though. He's a pushover.
Knows better than most how to gain the respect of the prisoners is supervising officer Mark Walker.
I'm the type of guy that will have a laugh and a joke with them. I'll take the mickey out of them, but they know that when I am serious and I need things to be done, the majority of the time it gets done.
That's literally what I said. Maybe he was listening to me. I don't know if he's a decent screw. No one's going to say they're a bad screw, are they? But that's what you want. That's just... don't even care about having a laugh and a joke. Just do what you say you're going to do when you're going to do what you're meant to do. Literally, you don't want them to like wash your car or anything, or help you. You know, do anything above and beyond. You just want them to do what they're paid to do.
It's a lesson that John needs to learn, and fast.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh what, dickhead? What are you gonna do?
Do not call me a dickhead.
Oh what? Oh what? Oh what? You're a dickhead.
I am not.
You're a dickhead. You're a dickhead.
Do not.
You're a dickhead. You're a dickhead.
Do not talk to me.
Fuck up, you dickhead.
I have just been called a dickhead.
Apologies for the language.
That's what's just happened there. Multiple times.
Right? Try and distance yourself. When it's like
Yeah,
that,
I did my...
just try. I know the adrenaline
My
kicks
brain,
in.
I was like, I was...
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I was starting to get a little bit scared there, because
Yeah.
he's bigger than me.
Well, honesty is the best policy, I suppose. What is said in the screws office stays in the screws office.
Hey?
This is why this is our safe area. Just put distance between yourself. It's not backing off, it's not walking away.
No.
It's for your safety. He was just frustrated and not getting the right answer. You've just started. It's still a learning process. Some people get frustrated like that.
They do.
Alright?
I've been spoken to in a threatening manner before, but nothing quite that threatening. And he's a big bloke.
My old man's a big bloke and all. But sticks and stones will break my bones and names will obviously destroy me. I mean, if that's the worst he's ever heard, if that's the worst argument he's ever had, easy. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of the situation, eh?
He's a bit of a feminine officer. I'm not being like racist or wherever you call that, but I think he's a bit soft to work in a prison.
Well, what did you say about him? For whatever reason, my finger couldn't get off the pause, and I think this geezer was being a bit. Let's listen again.
He's a bit of a feminine officer. I'm not being like racist or wherever you call that, but I think he's a bit soft to work.
What does he know? I mean, for one, feminine and racist don't really go in the same sentence, so you know, easy. But what does he know about John? I mean, Dad, you leave him be. bit feminine. What's he on about? Maybe it's them childbearing hips he's got, because he has got some. You know, he does love a muffin. You can tell. Get out of the Screws canteen and get in the prisoners' gym or Screws gym. Do they even have their own gym? I probably should use the same gym, don't we? Let's go, quick, let's run away. Oh, I've gone well past it, mate. Well past the sell by date. Is this it? Boom. Play, you bad boy, play. Please, don't make me look silly in front of me, pals.
Just 3 days into the job, Officer John Aldridge has been given the duty of...
I can't get used to hearing him. Is this a relation or what? Is this a brother that I don't know about? A brother from another mother?
checking on the high-risk prisoner Walker's worried about. He makes a shocking discovery and immediately calls Gooch and fellow officers for assistance.
Just wait, because he's going for himself. Open the door, tell him to go in. I said, go on, they ain't coming in, don't worry, they're not coming in.
The inmate is covered in blood and...
We don't need to see all this bit. We don't need to see all of this bit. Let's go back from here. Let's get it. Yeah, let's do it from about here.
Not you that done it, was it? You're doing your job, mate. You're alright.
Yeah. That new officer's probably never seen anyone cut themselves up before. It takes a bit of getting used to.
That's true. I mean, I can't even remember the first time I see it. That's how many times. That's how often I see it in there. Genuine, can't even remember the first time. If I sat here and thought about it, which I would have to do in silence, which wouldn't entertain you lot very much, then I maybe be able to think about it. But I genuinely can't see it, and I've seen. Yeah, what you're saying is spot on.
So find him.
Yeah.
You okay?
Not sure really, to be honest.
Yeah, we should have a chat after.
I can't
Say
get
you
away
want
from
me
it.
if you want.
That's right. Yeah. You've got the care team available if you need anyone. We're going to go out the back and have a chat in a minute, yeah?
Is he a bit oversensitive for this job? I mean, it's not going to be the first, second, third or fourth time he ever sees that, probably in the same week. Oh. Oh. Sorry. Yeah. Let's see how brother John's getting on.
So obviously massively traumatic event you had the day before yesterday.
Yeah, it was stuff like that.
So it's shaking you up a bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't sleep at all on Wednesday night.
No.
Family deserve full screen in my eyes. Sorry.
Self-harm.
Sorry, but they do.
Of that magnitude isn't that common, I think that's fair to say, isn't it? So, that was pretty traumatic. I'm sorry you went through that early on, but...
I guess, in hindsight, in another 6 months, it will probably be quite character building.
You've got a lot of experience into your first week, so... Pretty traumatic for anyone to deal with, but particularly difficult, I think, for someone who's just come into the job. That could...
Would this meeting be happening if... So I keep looking at myself, like I love myself, like Narcissus, I'm going to fall into the river in a minute. I've got to keep looking at the camera, yeah? I mean... Is he too sensitive for this? Is he too sensitive? I mean, character building. What's he on about? I mean, it's a good way to look at it, isn't it? But also, that screw. Would he be the number one? I'm presuming that's the number one. Would he be having this if the camera weren't there? Would he be having that chat now, right now, and even talking about, I feel sorry for him and all this? Would he? Would he really?
That could be a defining moment for him. I just want to see how he was, but clearly shaken up, but seems to be doing okay.
I'd advise you go and do some work before you'll get behaviour warnings. I think the job as a whole is, yes, what you expect it to be. Some days it's not. Sometimes you don't expect to open the door and find blood gushing out of someone's neck.
Officers are quitting the service every month, and staff are increasingly forced to deal with extreme situations.
I mean, it's got to affect you, innit? It's got to eventually, I mean, push the jokes aside for a sec. Anyway, this is serious anyway, this is family, but if you're seeing that sort of thing repeatedly, I've seen that repeatedly. Like I said, I can't even remember it. I can't even remember the first one, I can't remember the second one. Is it because your brain forces you just to forget? Or is it just because it's sort of like, becomes the norm and it's, do you remember breathing every single day of your life? No, you don't. Do you remember blinking? It's like one of them ones. You see, if you do it so many times, you ain't going to remember it. And that's true. And you sort of like just become desensitised to it as well. You're worrying about your own... well, you've got your own problems to worry about. You're not worrying about matey that's, going through something next door. You're going through something yourself. That's what you're thinking while you're there. You should all have empathy for each other and feel sorry for each other and help each other out. But ultimately, you feel like, we're all dealing with different stuff.
Next week or so.
No, I was there, so you used to try to sit it with plugs. Duck back, boom, one on his arse. Second one to hit me with a plug.
As Gooch leaves Bullingdon, a veteran of the prison system is settling into C Wing. Aaron Dos Santos is inside for robbery and violence. He's been relocated from another part of the jail.
What are you doing over here, Dos Santos?
I was just speaking to my friend that I haven't seen in a long time.
Okay, can you relocate back on Spur 3, please? Thank you very much.
Alright, Azor.
Just watch Dos Santos and Tattoo guy. Yeah. And just watch him. The Spur has felt a little bit uneasy since he's arrived on the spur. So it was quite calm relatively before, but it's now a little bit up and down.
I'm trying to make sure my mum's.
That's how Jal's wings are all day, every day. To be honest with you, they're up, they're down, they're positive, they're negative. Is it the fault of one person? Sometimes it can be, but that you've got to be like a pretty negative force. And but if you're setting off a whole wing, then you've got to be like creating dramas and getting bells pushed and all that. Maybe he's just reading in too much of the situation, like, you know what I mean? Because he's new, he doesn't really know. Like, people like this, just what jails are full of, aren't they? Like, ultimately, we're all like that. Dum dum dum. Again. Why? Oh, hello. Easy.
What? Shut up!
But it's not the only change on the wing.
Yeah? Don't call me a dickhead again. I've got a good relationship with quite a lot of prisoners.
It's just banter. It's just banter back and forwards, isn't it? Friendly banter.
And it'll be very sad when I leave them in some ways, because, you know, you've built a respect.
They'll be feeling it as well when they go. I guarantee it.
After 3 months on the job, John is moving to work on reception, processing prisoners.
It's a shocker. He's been moved off the wings.
To arrive and leave Bullingdon.
I found Mr. Aldridge very keen.
Everyone says that about me.
First, I found it that he was trying too hard. He wanted
All the girls say that about me too.
to be everyone's friend. He wanted to settle in. In certain areas, he needed quite
Is he talking about me or me old man? I don't know.
a bit of guidance. I think
It's all in the DNA, isn't it?
now going down into reception, the interaction that he has with prisoners is going to be limited.
For his own safety. Well, the day in the life. Yeah, well, that was going to be the title, the day in the life. But I've just realised this is family, so I might have to incorporate that into the title. I probably already have. If you've already looked at it and clicked onto it and watched it, adios.